Hey, what's up? I'm back. Today I just wanted to talk about why I think bellies are so great, and why you should start flipping if you don't already do so. Okay, let's begin. So, belly songs are basically just like any other skill toy, so take your kendamas, your yo-yos, burglary, right? They aren't in any way useful to your everyday life, unless, you EDC a life plate. But as with most skill toys, it is fun to play with, and it is a nice thing to show off to your friends. And that is one of the reasons why I think bellies are so great. They are impressive. So obviously you shouldn't flip just to show off. I mean, you can if you want to. I'm not gonna tell you what to do. I'm not your mom. But like, showing off is very easy on a Balisong, and it's really easy to impress your friends. So yeah, that's the first thing I like. Secondly, it is honestly quite an accessible hobby. So you can get your cheapo like Amazon Balisongs for like $10. They're gonna be kind of shit, but you can always get a clone for relatively cheap. This is my Armshark Matco. It is nowhere near the price of a real Matco, but it is very cheap. Now I will be talking about clones in another video. I have quite a lot of thoughts on them, but yeah, tangent aside, this hobby is actually quite easy to get into. So, if you have not yet started flipping, I think you should go get yourself a Balisong. Now, be it clone, original, doesn't matter to me. I recommend you get an original Balisong. Probably something relatively cheap, like the Canyon from the Valleys, or maybe a Scooty AL. But just get something and start flipping. If you get a clone and people are bitching about it, just ignore them, dude. You are spending your own money, and you can do it in whatever way you want. If you want to support clones, go ahead. Nobody has a say in what you do, okay? Let's just get it out of the way. So yeah, if you don't have a belly, and you're interested, just get a cheap one, start flipping, and if you like it, maybe upgrade. So yeah. Now, what are some other reasons I think bellies are so great? Well, as Ghost Flipping said very well in one of his videos, they are great stress relievers. Now, why do I think they're great stress relievers? Well, firstly, you have to focus on your Balisong while you're flipping, or if you're trying to do like actual cool combos. And that means, like Ghost said, it will take you off the grid. Being off the grid is a really nice thing once in a while, especially for me, since I am a game developer, so I am always on my goddamn screen, and my eyes will start to hurt after a while. So, flipping Balisongs, really great for me. I always keep one in the office, so, I just take my eyes off the screen, relax for a while, and flip. So yeah. Firstly, they take you off the grid. Secondly, even if you're not really focusing on them, they can just help you zone out for a bit. So a lot of the times, like when I'm recording, I'll just zone out, flip, but I'm not really focusing. I don't do any very hard tricks, but it's some basic stuff that I can just autopilot on. And that means, again, I'm just zoning out. No need to think. Empty brain. Smooth brain, no thoughts, no sad. No sad. Happy! Yeah! So yeah, Balisongs, great stress relievers, great skill toy, easy to show off, and very easy to get into. Now, from a beginner, right, I would like to give some tips for anybody that's trying to get into the hobby. Firstly, learn tricks slowly, right? By that, I mean two things. Firstly, don't push yourself into learning a bunch of tricks at once, right? So, when you just learn your double rollout, don't try to learn the fucking choker fan out of nowhere, right? After that, also, try to do your tricks slower. So, when I first started, my mistake was, I always just try to do everything as fast as I can. So, like with the Y2K, I was hit super fast. And that meant, when I eventually tried to do the Zen rollover, I couldn't. The bite side of the blade kept hitting me, and I was super frustrated. So yeah, slow down when you're learning. Nobody's gonna complain that you're slow. If they do, they're bitches. Ignore them. Other than that, I would say as a beginner, don't worry too much about the quality of a Balisong, right? If it flips, it flips. And if you only have one Balisong, you're not really gonna know the difference in quality between the different ones, so no point worrying. But if you do want to get more, nothing should be stopping you, other than your financial decisions. So yeah, as a beginner, just get a cheapo Balisong, learn slowly, and you'll be good. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say for beginners. And as for why I really like Balisongs, like the one that I just dropped, I like Balisongs for the fact that they are all kind of unique. So Balisongs are not just kind of you know, all your bellies are kind of like unique snowflakes. They all have unique designs, unique constructions, and different materials, different styles of flipping. They're all really, really unique. Now, as a newcomer or as an outsider, you would just say, these are all the same. Why do you spend so much money on them? I would say, fuck you, right? It's my money, I'm gonna spend it however I want, even though I might be spending a bit too much. But secondly, every single belly has subtle or huge differences from each other. So for example, these two, they are made of the exact same materials, but they flip quite differently because they have different weight distributions. The wing has more end weights, and the Corvus has a shorter handle. And that contributes to a lot of differences when flipping, which you can really feel. So yeah, I really like Balisongs for their diversity. So you'll never really run out of like options in the market until you buy literally everything, but at that point there's not much makers can do for you. But yeah, I have been rambling for a while with no points in mind. Yeah, other than that, I would say bellies are great. If you haven't started, start. If you have been flipping for a while, great. Keep going. Please keep going. This hobby is so great. God, I love this hobby, man. I've only started for like 3 months, but goddamn, I am like absolutely sucked into the hobby. It's so good. The community can be kind of toxic at times, but nowadays I think it's getting better, at least since I joined. From what I can tell, at least, I don't really see a lot of explicit toxicity, except for, the Balisong Reddit hitting against clones, but can't really do anything about it. But yeah, with all that aside, I think that's pretty much all I have to say for this video. And yeah, that's about it. See you guys on Friday. Bye bye.